All right, thanks very much, Roland. As we take a look at temperatures across the area, if you noticed on his live shot there, it looks pretty nice out there. Pretty quiet, pretty calm as well. Temperatures all over the region are holding on to the 70s with the exception of Port Aransas. You're still holding on to 80 degrees. You can thank the water temperature for that because water temperature is still checking in at 86 degrees. But we're at 74 here in Corpus Christi, a couple of 73s from Robstown down into the Kingsville area out around Bishop too. 74 off in Alice near San Diego, with the dew points hill holding on to the lower 70s. Again, not quite bad. It's still muggy outdoors, but nonetheless, it's better than being into the upper 70s, even lower 80s as far as those dew point levels are concerned. Once again, with no cloud coverage for today, we'll look for plenty of afternoon sunshine to go around. With all that sunshine coming in, the temperature should warm up rather quickly for this afternoon. 87 degrees, northeasterly winds at 8 by 11 o'clock, 89 at noon. Watch what happens, though, as we go throughout the afternoon. Those winds pretty much shift off from a northerly component to an easterly component, and then eventually it's going to be turning off to a southeasterly component there as we top out right into the lower 90s. 93 degrees, in fact, here for Corpus Christi, 94 up the road in Sinton, as well as in Kingsville, 95 for Falfurrias, and even for our friends off to the west in Freer, Hebronville, Benavides here included, George West, and into Live Oak County into the middle 90s, with the middle to upper 80s out in Port Aransas, and lower 90s from Rockport down to the Naval Air Station. If you are going to be making your way out near the water, Padre and Mustang Island will be about 87 degrees, mainly sunny skies and an northeasterly wind at 8 to 15. The seas will be still quite calm at 2 feet. The bay smooth and the rip current risk is going to be low. However, if you're going to be making your way out, the UV index is going to be fairly high. That's going to be all the way into our scale here at about a 10 plus. So if you're going to be out and enjoying the sunshine, definitely take some of the sunscreen right there along with you. Tide times out at Ball Paul Pier, high tide about 11:16, out at the Port Aransas Jetty at 11:40, Nueces Bay at 4:05 this afternoon, and out at the Packeray Channel at about 11:45 this morning as well. Satellite radar composite not showing a whole lot for us here. There's that frontal boundary up to the north that I was talking about. Again, it's a very weak in nature. I can't stress enough how weak it is. But nonetheless, it's going to meander back and forth. That dome of high pressure that's off into the desert southwest, as we've been talking about this, making a comeback, and it's already doing so. So eventually it's going to pick up this cold front, lift it back up to the north as a warm front, and pretty much the temperatures are going to speak for themselves as we go into the next several days. But it's into the 40s and 50s up into the north right now. Again, we're holding on to 74 here, but you can already see what that dome of high pressure is doing off in the desert southwest, only allowing those temperatures to get into the 80s. There's that high pressure ridge, again, getting a little bit closer. We're already under the influence of it. And then as we go into the Friday afternoon time frame, it's pretty much sitting right on top of us. But deepening low pressure to the north is going to bring rain chances in the central plains. But one thing it's going to do for us here is increase our winds. Our NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, 93 today, a pretty nice day, but hot, warm, and humid. And then it just continues to stay hot right on into the weekend. 95 on Friday, 96 Saturday, and even into the middle to upper 90s early next week. Very hot, humid, and windy over the area. Stay with us. We have more on Chris 6 News Sunrise.